friends, today I'm going to talk about Mysteries of the Ocean. I've made a PowerPoint so you can see easily what I mean. Let's begin. Table of Contents. Deep sea creatures, undiscovered areas, shipwrecks, coral reefs, mysterious sounds, and if you have any questions, you're free to ask. Deep sea creatures. Deep sea creatures are creatures that live very deep in the sea. They usually live from 200 to 1,000 meters deep. They are luminous, that means that they give light, like the sea angel you can see here. And they are giving light because under and deep in the sea there it's very dark and also really cold. From there, the extreme conditions. There's also a lot of pressure, what makes them really special. Undiscovered areas. Only 5% of the ocean is mapped in our world map. You can of course see of where and what the ocean is, but you don't know what is inside. There's extreme pressure there and darkness. Maybe there's new species of the places that we don't know yet, maybe new ecosystems, and that can also lead to new sources of medicines. Shipwrecks. Shipwrecks are ships that have sunken into the bottom of the sea. There are lots of sorts of shipwrecks, but here are the mostly known is the historic shipwrecks. These are shipwrecks that are very important, and through archaeology, we know about our history. And these shipwrecks are not usually always found by researchers, but also by other people who can also theft it and plunder it. And we don't want that because or then we cannot fully learn about the history. Coral reefs. What is coral? Coral is a tiny sea animal that lives in big groups and they are called colonies. These animals make hard skeletons sort of from a special material which builds up over time to form the reefs. Coral have tiny plant-like friends, and those are called algae. If you'd never seen them, they're sort of green, and they help them get food from sunlight. They live in warm, shallow ocean waters and create homes for many fish and sea creatures. But coral reefs are endangered because of pollution and climate change, and also because of people harming the ocean. There are two types of coral. There's hard coral, which has a rock-like structure, and you have soft coral, which is more long and wavy and goes with the sea. Where is coral? Coral is usually in tropical oceans where it's a bit warmer. And the threats to coral, the threats to coral are of course pollution, and you have climate change and people harming the ocean of plastic and other sorts of stuff that are dumped into the sea. Protecting coral, there are lots of ways to protect coral, but the most mainly is to put artificial coral, which stimulates the coral to grow more. And there is also another way of planting lab-grown coral. That means that researchers and scientists have um, have made coral in their lab, and they plant that in the sea, so there's more coral because coral is very, very useful for all the little fish because they survive there and they need this to grow. Mysterious sounds. There are lots of sounds in the sea that we don't know what it is. There are like some options of what it could be. There could be of animals in the sea or from breaking icebergs, or they can also be from underwater volcanoes, but some they just don't have any reason, and that's the scariest of it. So, um, The mysterious sounds, they usually come from a place here. You can see this is South America. And you can see here, this is Point Nemo. Point Nemo is here somewhere, like here. This is a place that is the farthest away from humanity. There's no one living there, at least not if we know. It's too far away to know that. You can see that all the sounds, the spotted sounds, are near there. Because that is because we cannot go there, and that's why we think that's coming from. I'm going to show you the Julia sound that is here. The Julia sound is it sounds like the wind, but it could also be from a iceberg that is collapsing. But because it's next to South America and it's pretty warm there, it's not like it will be an iceberg that is collapsing. I'll show you now. The Julia sound also sounds a bit like a flight that is going takeoff or landing, but this sound is really unknown. We don't know where it is from. And if you were wondering, this sound is not just happening once, it's constant. That means you keep on hearing that sound the whole time. Questions? If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. I will answer them happily. That was the end of my presentation. I hope you liked it. I will see you next time in my next presentation. Bye! Thanks for watching.